What's up? I'm gonna say this first part quick. Usually when I go through my old, memory cards and stuff, like going through them, just see what's on it because I just had to like put somewhere. I run into my really old videos. It could be like even almost like 10 years old. I think this one was like close around there, and and it was very good quality and. It's just interesting. Like sometimes I want to upload it, just to put old video, and it was a video of me just talking about stuff. And it's interesting to me because that was when I was in my prime, lifting like 300 pounds on bench and blah, blah, blah. And I still look skinny. I never look muscular. I was always strong in the gym, but I never looked muscular. But anyways, I totally forgot my phone and I could easily just grab it. Just play a quick video of this person doing a review for Deadpool versus Wolverine, but I don't care because I don't care to talk about this movie. But it's like I said, when you see people hair one color trying to hype up a movie, usually go look up someone with color to talk about the movie. And it is a black guy who did a short, and he pushed 3 out of 10, and he said that it's funny, but it's bad or whatever. But he said, he didn't like No Way Home. He thought he said he felt it sucked or dog shit, whatever he said. Just to give I like that when they talk about, like other movies that they like or don't like, so you can understand where their mind's at. And, I kind of read some of the comments, and it was like geekish comments like, oh, you didn't like No Way Home, then this movie must be epic or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And how I say to that is, No Way Home, I do have it. It's okay. It's not anything that you show to a group of people or to a girl if you want a girlfriend. No. But it's better, like, him saying it sucked or whatever he said, that's a little bit off, but it's not as bad as the dumbasses reviewing this movie saying, man, this is back in the day when we got Endgame and Infinity War. Okay, first of all, Endgame sucked. I want to start that out right now. Endgame sucked. Infinity War, it was enjoyable watching the first time, but watching it again, I couldn't even get very far. It was just too... I don't know what the word is, but I did a video about it. Now when you look at it, it's kind of just like you're just turning off your brain. When Spider-Man's fighting in the city, they play dun 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 dun. You're just like supposed to clap to the music. That's what I learned about Disney, just being so typical and boring. Even though I've always saw them to be for kids, but I just got like that music is just not work for me. And just seeing Star-Lord throw a firework on Thanos' back, a blue firework, and giving Thanos the finger, and then Doctor Strange is hitting Thanos with some kind of sparkle sword whip. It looks like he's whooping him like he's a slave, but, as in like not really doing anything. He's not. It's just like, well, what am I watching? So I want to put it this way before we get started on this review. I did see some reviews. I'm gonna let you guys know, understand warnings. Warning is mentioning when I said people hate one color, they always mention a movie. It says, man, it has a mix of Star Wars, Blade Runner. You dodge that movie. And I explain other, things that tell me as a heads up. When you have reviewers talking about, man, they laughed all the way through, the reviews are saying it was nonstop laughter, dodge that movie. Because you got to think in your mind, do you really want to sit through a movie that's an action movie and that you just laugh at? But the thing is, it wasn't funny. But I'm saying this, I get weird when I talk about what's it called, Bad Boys 4 is talking about, not every line was funny. Okay, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's what more of the attacks for Bad Boys 4 was. Not every line was funny. That's a good thing. It's just weird how people have their mindset of thinking what is good. So I would start out saying, if the big thing is, when you walk to a Disney Marvel movie, there's laughter over things that are literally not funny, even things that is coming a mile away because it was in the trailer. But the laughter. If you laugh at these things, you know that they do it for this movie, for the movie stars. And they've been doing it for several movies. Well, Wolverine starts talking to the audience. It's not the movie, but it's before the movie starts, and he says, "Turn off your phones, or I'll f you up." And then Deadpool makes some penis joke. If you think any of that's funny, I'm not the review for you. You probably love this movie. Next thing was laughed at. It was like, it was laughed at for a while. Then they finally calmed down when it just really kind of died out. People are trying to get some laughter out of, there's just like three guys there. It's always the people in front. I like sitting in front, but the geekish kind of losers sit in the front. They do the little Marvel thing, go dun, 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 and they show all the different Marvels. Ryan Reynolds, whatever his name is, he hums to it. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was like, yeah, that's so funny. Ha ha. I actually did that. I was actually just, I know, just let him know a heads up that not everything's funny, even though I know he's gonna still laugh at anything anyways. Whoever's freaking behind me, like three guys or idiots that laughed at dumb shit. And let's say the next dumb thing was, there's a part where, the dog with a long tongue, he's like, when you first see him, it was just like, ha, 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 like the whole time. While they're doing the slow motion, he with his tongue, ha, 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 ha. I heard that behind me. And, if that's for you, then yeah, I'm not the reviewer for you, and good luck living in your mom's basement. But I want to use one more example before we get started. If you're a big fan of Jump Street, I've never sit through any of the Jump Streets. I have fast forward through the Jump Streets and saw nothing special about it. But there's like cameos, and like Johnny Depp pops out, and I don't know who the other guy is. I don't care. If you're one of those people that still can go back and watch that shit, in your mom's basement, then this is the movie for you. Otherwise, this is the review for the movie for real people who have a wife, kids, have their life together, not live in their parents' basement. Basically, that is the review. I'm just saying, if you're in those kind of shit, Jump Street, 21 Jump Streets, I said I never got into comedies or what they turn into ever since. Super bad about cussing, doing drugs, and screwing. I never saw those comedies be funny. Not one of them. No, not even close. But what is there to say about this movie? Even though that actually explains the movie, not the sex, drugs, and cussing. No, that it doesn't play like that, but it does. The cameos and blah blah blah, and that can be good if they use it right. But it's just kind of like, it's like, oh, that's him. Oh, and it's just kind of like, I can't think of the other movies that have done it before, but they did it good twice. And I'm gonna explain one of the cameos because it's not a huge spoiler. It's not even one. It's like the least who cares cameo in the movie but I'll explain who that is. But I will explain. That's where the movie died out. There is the first cameo when they get to this like certain place that's mentioned as Mad Max area. Deadpool is saying something like, "Oh, here he comes. He's going to say it." And and then they do something that made me smirk pretty big. When actually what it turned out to be. I don't know why. Of course I couldn't really think of that, but I like things that are surprisingly, not something like, just something creative. And I just didn't catch that. And then use on the same person, something about the budget was actually smellable. And I kind of want to get into that whole thing about when the racists were mad talking about the Venomous on the She-Hulk, which is a decent show, where they're like trying to come with excuses. Well, you don't really get to see her transform, because I'm like, it's a freaking TV show. They don't get as much money as a movie. Because a movie does not go on 4 hours long. Otherwise, it will be a big budget movie or something. But, and they even explained on She-Hulk where the robot says in the end, he move her to the side and transform because this costs a lot of money. That's what racers doing a lot. They always try to attack a TV show talking about them trying to save money. I was like, really? Do they really try to save money on a freaking TV show? I'm so shocked that you are so slow to catch on. I'm not shocked. But, so with that specific person, it's the only time I smiled twice. And then there's one more cameo. Is one of my boys. You should know who it is. Black Power. Black Power. You know, I'm just getting his, not trying to spoil anything. That was like, oh yeah. But the thing is, the cameos during that time that they came out with, they were a waste. It was just kind of like they came out, but it was just kind of like what they done with them, forgettable. You know, it was like cool when they brought up my boy, and then it was like, oh, that's all, okay. And they used one of his famous lines, and you know, and it felt so corny. It just felt like forced or something. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I just like, you kind of just really killed that line now. You destroyed that guy's line that he says it at a perfect time and his actual movie, you know. But whatever, you know. But right when the movie dies out, it's a cameo from the movie Logan. This movie seemed like the whatever, I'm saying it right, cameos, you know, for the internet, what they get hype up with. It's Logan is, to normal people, it's a watch once, never see again. You know, I did say the part of Logan was really good is the barnyard, because that went dark. And the other thing, the first action scene, it was, you know, I mean, I do like the first action with the Mexicans, but the next one where they're like fight with the girl, it's just, that's for the internet, where they'll see like a little girl carrying off her head, like, oh, that's tight. No, that doesn't work on me, people. That doesn't work on me. You know, so it dies off when there's a cameo from someone from Logan, and then I don't know. It's just, you know, you're just watching. You know, I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, you know, and there are certain things that I did remember hearing about reviews saying this movie, you know, it makes fun of, you know, what Disney Marvel has done, and it shows everything that was wrong with it. I knew that was a lie, because the people who try to act like there's something wrong with Disney Marvel can't even have a solution to themselves, because Disney Marvel has always been the same. They have okays and they have suck. Disney has only been those two things. There's no epic, awesome, amazing. It's okay or suck. And let me pause real quick, because it's basically the same outcome. But this is the thing is, I'm talking social media. Doctor Strange 3 is better than Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians of the Galaxy is freaking boring. Okay, it had a good trailer, but the movie sucked. Make sure I said this right. I was going to say Ant-Man, but hopefully I said Ant-Man. Ant-Man 3 was rewatchable. I actually watched that twice in theater. Second time I took my girl because I wanted to find out, am I going crazy here? Because how is this movie being attacked when I actually enjoyed myself? They had a good villain. This movie, Deadpool versus whatever it's called, I'm not Deadpool and Wolverine, they do not have a good villain. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did not have a good villain. They were forgettable villains. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, he was a, what do they call it, a cartoonist villain or something? I forgot. I don't know if that's the word. And this villain here was just freaking forgettable. The Marvels has a way more memorable villain than this. It's just weird how they pick and choose how to attack something. That's what I talked about in my last video about Jeremy. He was like saying, this Star Wars show sucks, but Longlegs was epic. I know he didn't say that, but I'm just saying. Or Beverly Hills Cop, the Netflix movie was good. I was like, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. People, I would look stupid showing this to people. It'd be the same as, you know, I can show Ant-Man 3 to people. They will see the family-ness of it. If I show people the Guardians of the Galaxy, whatever it's called, 3, they would want to spit in my face. But like I said, it's just weird. And the thing is, it's like pick and choose, because this is something that I normally would think someone that's full of hate will get angry because they do something else with the Logan movie. And I would imagine once you guys have the same attack you did about Terminator Dark Fate, about John Connor, disrespecting John Connor when he was a forgettable character. That's why they try to move on. You know, I don't really know what else to say to the movie. I thought the cameos were going, you know, fine. I thought the movie was going fine. until there was a special guest that showed up from Logan, which is pretty obvious because they even show it several times. I think she was even at the red carpet. Even I spoiled the sex of the person, but yeah, the villain was definitely forgettable. I actually didn't fully even understand the villain's plan, and I really don't care because I don't turn on my brains for these movies. But before watching this movie, I just knew the simple answer is this is a movie about two people who can't die, so get the word threat out of your head. Oh, I gotta go back. I wanted to keep this video short, but they're saying that they fixed the Marvel. They show what they could have done better or something. I heard some of that dumb shit from actually big reviewers on YouTube. All they said was, I mean, this multiverse. Come on, guys, this isn't working. Is that what you're talking about? That's what I talk about. I talk about that so many times with idiots that, when something did not go as well, it's like, see, I told you it wasn't working. I think, like I said, for Mad Max Furiosa, whatever it's called, they waited for the movie to bomb to say the movie bombed because it's woke, the feminist. They wait for things to bomb to say that. You wait to it, yeah. Yeah, it's just like I said, the multiverse thing that's not the problem. It's the movies have always been Disney Marvel has always been okay. They suck, and this movie is forgettable. It's probably better than Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but it's still forgettable. I would never want to sit through this again. I would like to see Deadpool and Wolverine fight, but it's kind of like you're not really turning on your brain or think of anything because they can't die. But, just like, it was just fine. It wasn't cool or like any cool moves they did. It was just nothing that I cared about. So anyways, I got to go. My little one was falling asleep. My little one said he liked it, and then I said, but he said, and he had me confused a little bit, but then I kind of got what he's saying, and he's going to become a good reviewer. What I believe he says, but there's no parts that I liked. There's not really any parts that I can say I liked. It's fine, like. I don't know that it feels like I kind of like have that hanging out, so like it kind of feels like a lie because I wouldn't suggest this to anyone. I was like, you have nothing else to do, But if you're one of those people that like to go out, see things, see it, but don't expect much unless you laugh at Deadpool humming, dun 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 dun, whatever he does. I don't know. I was like annoyed about the laughing behind me. 21 Jump Street, you like it? Hey, good for you. All right, peace out.